Good evening. Are we live? Okay. Can you hear me? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the last live stream for, the launch of Virtual Assistant University, which we are providing a free virtual assistant training. And tonight, we are going to answer all of your questions regarding the training and also like what we do, what to expect. And also, we will start cascading the information on how to like make sure that you're part of the training. I believe that we will give you some instructions tonight because I was really like contemplating last night. I mean, there's so few people who are joining the live streams, and I'm really worried that not everybody will be attentive enough on the day itself. And so we're going to start, giving you instructions on regarding the registration, okay, of our like training platform, okay? Anyway, tonight, before we do all of those, I would prefer that we, get into the questions. I'm hoping that there are new people here. Who here is new to the live streams? Who here is like it's their first time to watch like a live stream here? I'm looking at the comments, so please comment below if it's your first time. I'm hoping that I'm gonna see some first timers because a lot of the questions will be quite like repetitive from the last ones. Anybody there? Okay. New. Sino pang new? Okay, hi to Jen Mendoza, Mary. Okay, and the newbie is Donna Ventura, Liz Manuel, Jessa, Jordan, Vivian, May Ann, Mary, Liz, okay, Jessa, Christian, Esguera, first one, okay, Vincent, David, Vivian, Mary. Okay, I'm really happy to see these names here. Mary, what else? Jeronico, Epiphany, Jules, Dong, Jer, Love Marie. Uy, parang si Heart lang. Lai Datu. Hi. Dada Lozano, Hazel Yvonne. Okay. Hi there, guys. By the way, please help me naman. Kindly chat sa batch 3 na Slack because I know that a lot of you are already there. I-chat mo naman sila na, huy, mag-live stream na tayo kasi, like, because, for the past couple of days, there have only been a few people who are on the live stream, and I'm really concerned for them because what if they will not understand how this will go, right? Okay. There must be something that is really irritating me in my office. I'm now in my home office right now, and my nose is so itchy. Monica, hello, Dada, Jules, Yube, Maricar. Hello there, Jen, Sam. Hi there, Monica, Oppa, Uni. Wait, I love K-drama. Like, I'm rewatching Crash Landing on You for the 4th time. And I'm like, when will I magsasawa sa face ni Yunbin? Dada Lozano. Okay. All right. Okay. So hello, everybody. And, okay, so let's start. By the way, guys, please post your questions, please, especially for the newbies and even for those who have been here. Guys, I'm seeing your names here. I'm already starting to be familiar with your names, and I'm really excited because I feel like, You're already my friends. We're a community, remember that. The way that we do the trainings here is we don't just get trained and get skills and get jobs. We form hopefully lifelong bonds, especially that, we're quite like a new community. The freelancing industry is quite young, right? Compared to like, agriculture and politics and stuff like that. And we should band together and be family, right? Okay, so we have a first question. By the way, guys, please ask questions, okay? Okay. So, hi, Miss Judee. I have a question po regarding sa training agreement. Magbabayad pa din po ba ng 10K in case mag-resign for employment in virtual assisting na more than 3 months once na-hired na ng client? Thank you, Miss Judee. Well, okay. This is so concerning for me because I have not, like recently, to be truly honest, for the past I think for the past 4 years, I haven't had a VA who resigned. Probably I've had somebody that we, like not just probably, we've had a couple of people who we have terminated. And I don't know how to, I guess no, but I'm really concerned, like, are you already planning to resign? Because if that's the case, don't join us, okay? Because our clients are long-term clients, and that is actually very frustrating to hear that you're already anticipating like 3 months. I'm just gonna be here 3 months. Because guys, you know what? The way that we do things here is we try to form lifelong bonds with our clients. I mean, obviously it's not gonna be lifelong, because we're all gonna die, but then hopefully, because we're not interested in clients who are just going to be with us for like 3 months. So to put it simply, I'm not interested with VAs who just plan to be with us for like 3 months. But of course, I won't like, stop you if you're going to resign. But it tells me that, it's so concerning, I guess. It doesn't sit well with me because we don't have a lot of like people who resign. In fact, we have people who always come back to us. In fact, like a lot of my people have been with us for quite some time. Next question. Hi, ma'am. I just filled up the form. Is it required to be fluent in speaking in English? I know how to speak, but I'm not fluent. Is it okay? Okay, Neri, don't worry. It's one of our, like, I guess it's like a minor ask for us that you're good, but then if you're not good, we would really kindly ask for you to be willing. My gosh, my nose is so itchy. We're just gonna ask maybe for you to be willing to, further your training, I guess. Like, for example, after we do the training, and if we identify that you need more help with like English, if you're willing to do a language training, that would really be appreciated because it's going to be easier for us to find you a client. Okay, we have a question from Opa. Hi po, okay lang po kahit walang experience sa online job? Yes. Kahit walang experience, we will definitely accept. In fact, I'm expecting that 90% don't have experience. I mean, from the past batches, a lot of the people, like more than 90, I think like more than 80 or like around 90% did not have experience. If we get hired, is it an option for part-time? Okay, yes, we have an option to just go part-time instead of full-time. You just have to indicate how to compose a catchy cover letter to get clients' attention. Okay. I think you must be like, what's this? I think you are trying to talk about like if you're applying and sending proposals on Upwork. I'm just gonna be very honest. I have never worked with Upwork, Elance, or Odask. All of our clients are direct clients and not through like some other website. We don't go in there and like post our company as, let's say, an agency of some sort. But just a friendly advice, maybe, like, for example, regarding client acquisition, the style that I usually do, I'm going to be honest, I don't do a lot of proposals because I find it so time consuming, especially if, because I guess I'm already at that level wherein clients come to me and book on like my calendar to talk to me and hire our people. So in my end, I don't mean to sound like obnoxious, but I just don't have the patience to like write all these cover letters. But if I'm going to think about it, like if I'm going to put myself in your shoes, maybe what I would do is I would study the company first, study the profile of this person first, and then think of how I can positively contribute to their company. And then maybe I will incorporate that into the cover letter. You know, you want to position yourself as somebody who has something to offer, because everybody always says, you know, I have all these experiences, blah, blah, blah. Personally, I don't bother with that, because what I really capitalize on are referral clients, you know, from our past customers. And so that speaks for itself, I guess. But for you, maybe like study, you know, and give them something they want to hear. Next question. Where can I see the training contract, newbie? Sorry. Okay, so we're actually going to show you. I'm gonna talk to my team if, you know, at least I believe that we're already like around 80% ready with the platform. I'm so sorry, guys, because I just thought about this training on a whim, and we started developing this website just last Monday. So I'm so sorry, but a lot of us are like pitching in to help. I started the development and then I let the others finish it. But hopefully, here's the thing. I am positive that I will post the instructions on how to go to Virtual Assistant University and how to do things, okay? And that's going to start by tomorrow. I have been planning to actually like, I mean, previously I planned on posting the instructions on the day itself on Monday, but I think that would be difficult because a lot of people would, you know, struggle, you know, with, and I want people to be fully prepared on the first day. So we're going to cascade and like send all the instructions by tomorrow. So watch out for that. It should be like afternoon to evening. So please watch your Slack, okay? Under important announcements, okay? So just watch out for the announcement there. And also, by the way, make sure to join the Facebook group. Charlene, did you, can you post I mean, after this live stream, maybe you can edit like the description on YouTube and also on Facebook for this live stream and add or did you already add it? Hindi pa. Okay. So please add the link to the group. And guys, I'm going to repeat this. Please, please, please watch out for the important announcement, like thread on Slack, okay? Because I'm really seeing that there are only a few people who are, actually paying attention on Slack. Because what's the use of adding the Slack channel if you are not like participating or like at least checking on the announcements, okay? And make sure to turn on the notifications for the Slack, okay? We're also going to try to send like a bulk email for everybody, but because I'm going to be honest here. This is like the biggest training batch that we have encountered yet. The last one was like they began at 500, and that was more manageable. And right now, how many are we? Let me check. Okay, we're at 1437. 1437. So imagine that's like almost 3 times. So you have to help us, please, by looking out for yourself and always checking on like the important announcements tab, okay? And making sure that the notifications are on. Tomorrow, I will make sure that by 1 p.m., we will have an announcement regarding how to access Virtual Assistant University so that you can already start like checking on the website and like looking at like the prerequisites wherein you sign the training agreement so that by Monday, 9 p.m., you will already be ready. Okay? All right. Ask ko lang ulit, Miss Judee, if I choose to be a part-timer, then after some time, I want to work full-time. Is it okay? Yes, that's okay. In fact, we're super flexible here. I'm not saying like super flexible hours because our rule is you really have to choose your work hours because that's also a way that we can make sure that you're productive. But let's say you start as a part-timer. Like, for example, you still have a job and you cannot like juggle 2 jobs at the same time na full-time, and you would much prefer that you will transition yourself to home-based that way. So yes, definitely you can start as a part-timer, and then let's say a time comes that you do want to go full-time, just inform us and we will provide you another part-time client. Yeah. Good day po. May I ask, sa training po ba, required na po ba ng laptop? Nagka-prob po kasi laptop ko. Nasira po kasi siya. Planning to buy pa lang po sana. Salamat po. Yes, I understand. Especially like right now. It's so crazy. Like my keyboards are like driving me insane. I don't even have an enter button, if you can believe that. And like I regret procrastinating on having this repaired. But the thing is, I'm not going to say that I require it, okay? Because I'm not going to stop you if you're going to do the activities like on your phone. However, you're going to have a hard time. Like, let's say you're going to have a hard time making websites on your phone, making like an e-commerce store on your phone, making videos on your phone, like editing those videos and making them like vlog ready and stuff like that. And even like all the paperwork that is involved, you will have a hard time. So what I would advise is try to find like a friend or a family member or a neighbor who will lend you a laptop. Suhulan mo pa or something. Just a few hours. I mean, I would envision myself that I would do that. Because when I started the home-based career thingy, you know what I did? Nakiki-laptop ako sa bahay ng boyfriend ko before. Wala akong laptop, tapos I just have a cell phone. And then, up to a point that, like, yung kapatid niya parang naiirita na I'm, like, hindi siya maka-gaming. Tapos ako nag-work doon, and it's not even like our home. I'm not part of a family, so eventually I bought a laptop, but it's super important. Just maybe borrow if you can't buy yet, especially it's ECQ. Hi po, Miss Judee. If ever makapasa po while still employed to a different company, do you accept part-time? I'm not. Can you hear that? My cat is like so loud. Shh, Fluffy, stop it. I might not be too confident to handle a client full-time since this is really new to me. Yes, don't worry about it. That's actually a good idea. Although we will do our very best to help you be confident, remember, even when you already are assigned to a client, we're still going to be there to handhold you and guide you. Like if you are worried about things, if you need advice on how to like approach your client, if there's an issue or you have like, some clarifications and stuff, we're always going to be there. My team is like, we have an open door policy, and we will do our very best to really help you. But definitely you can start part-time. You just really have to inform us about that. And, we will accommodate that. Okay, what's the next question? Hello, Miss Judee. For the reason of being terminated due to absences, is there any allowable number of days to be absent, or it has to be perfect attendance? Oh my gosh, I'm so worried about that, Sam. You know why? I am such a stickler for attendance. And it's because I was such an absent when I was a worker that I know that a lot of my absences were like total BS. And I'm just going to be frank. I do not like absent people. I believe we have a handbook on our onboarding. Mimi, our admin manager, has the handbook, and our HR will execute that. I don't really know. I'm so sorry, but yes, Charlene, we have like a minimum. I don't know though, but guys, please don't approach this. Okay, I'm just gonna be frank, huh? If you want to be a success, because this is for you, you know what? There's a lot of people looking for a job right now. And I'm not trying to say, hey, you know what? I don't care if you will stay in your job or not. But if you're going to be my mentees, if I'm going to mentor you, please stop thinking that absences are fine. Okay? Unless if it is truly like an emergency situation, pretty much you can do your work at home. Because imagine, hindi ka na lalabas sa bahay mo. You won't have to commute. You won't have to, So I really am hoping that because this training is actually quite tough, a lot of the people who are absent and are lazy actually get filtered out. And for good reason. And, it's a benefit for us because we really do not have patience for people who are, absent. But yes, for the sake of legalities, we do have that in the handbook, but we're going to eye on you because I have no chill about absent people because I've been there. I have all these BS excuses. Now, I'm sick, dysmenorrhea, things like that. Binugbog ako ng boyfriend ko. Heartbroken ako. What else? Na-hospital yung nanay ko, hindi naman. Na-hospital yung tatay ko. Namatay yung lola ko. Namatay yung lolo ko. Mga ganon. So, unless it's truly, I'm not saying, okay? I'm not saying that these reasons will not like come up, but nagrant na naman ako, but remember that it's for you. We can remember this. We can always replace you because there's so many people who need a job. But do yourself a favor. Stop giving yourself those excuses. And please do not anticipate that you're going to be absent here because you know what? I changed. I had to literally change myself to become a success because I used to be that person who was always terminated for my absences and my petty lates. Like, I cannot count how many times I was terminated for those reasons. So I hope that you can stick up for yourself. Okay, I took so much time discussing that. Next. Hi, Miss Judee, can you please clarify po the flexible full-time, 8 staggered hours in a day? Okay, so we don't have flexible full-time here. What do I mean by this? I know that so many clients would say na, oh, it's okay, the job is flexible. However, I believe, I honest to goodness believe that we should always set boundaries for ourselves. And it is a good practice to set your work hours. So what do I mean by this? It's not beneficial for clients if you are like always on flexi. Maybe on emergency, like maybe if there's like a massive launch, there's a massive event that you are like launching with your client, maybe you can go on flexi. But I would like you to really be clear about what your preferred schedule would be. So let's say, for example, if you're going to go full-time, choose a schedule. Because anyway, the good thing about being a VA is you can choose your schedule and then stick to that schedule. Why is this something that we do? Remember that we have been in this industry for more than 10 years. And I have seen myself like on these flexi jobs. And the tendency is I overload myself with so many clients, and then I lose all these clients because we overcommit. So here at Virtual Lasting, we really insist that you would have a fixed schedule with us. So, but you can choose your schedule. That's the thing. You can choose your schedule, and then that's how we will choose a client for you if this client fits you. However, we will not, it's something that does not sit well with us if you're gonna go like flexi consistently. Maybe in some occasions that's fine, but for us to be able to track your time and for us to really be able to like track your productivity and make sure that the KPIs are met for the client as well, and also for your peace of mind. Because you're going to fall and falter if you don't have a set schedule. Because, guys, we're just human. We are not that disciplined as much as we think that we are. So that's my clarification. What if I'm still employed? Could you arrange part-time job? Yes. Mm-hmm. Do you hire non-voice VAs? Most of the jobs are non-voice. Like literally 90% of the jobs that we give here are non-voice. Next. Saan po yung GC? Have you gone to Slack? Dada, in this like live stream, you're going to see in the description that there's a link to Slack. Just sign up on Slack and then there you go. You have a group chat. Install it on your phone and also on your laptop or computer. Hi, Miss Judee. Just want to ask if after the training, is there a possibility that we hire on Virtual? Because sorry, I'm just new here. Yes, the primary reason that we are training people is because we're interested in hiring quality people as well. So yes, we're going to hire you. Everybody who graduates here, we will do our very best by hook or by crook to look for a client for these people. Hi, Miss Judee. If terminated, are we gonna still pay for 10K? I'm so worried. What will you do to get terminated? Anyway, okay. We won't charge you for 10K if you are terminated, but that really concerns me. So I hope that if you have plans for that, I really hope that we won't hire you if you have plans for that. I'm so sorry. Hi, Miss Judee. I'm really interested to be part of VAU. Currently, nag-aaral po kasi ako ng medical coding in the morning. Will the schedule be definitely in the evening or can I ask for arrangements para di siya mag-conflict? Yes, actually, you know what? There's no arrangements that need to be done. You just have to do self-study. You will still have access to Virtual Assistant University. It's just that if you won't be on time, you won't be able to enjoy the benefits of having a live, administrator and trainer every day. But for the actual training videos, because the everyday like coaching that will happen will be somebody from my team or either me or from our management, but the actual training videos are already pre-recorded, so yes, you can do it. You can still do it on your own. Kailangan po ba talaga ng resume? Yes. Mm-hmm. Show us that you have, a resume. My gosh, I'm sorry, this kind of grinds my gears, but show us if you really, because we're already extending so much effort here. Show us that you're gonna extend some effort. Make a resume. That's so easy. Do you have to say yes to all written and the training agreement to get accepted? Yes. If you don't accept, don't join. Miss Judee, do we do as well a portfolio for this training? Yes, we will help you create a portfolio. It's actually one of our requirements. It's like some sort of thesis. Is it guaranteed that we're going to get a job after the training? If so, may I know how much waiting time will it take? It really depends on how good you are. Because imagine that there are a lot of trainees, and we will prioritize and rank people based on how good they are, also how employable they are, and also if hindi kayo mag-iinarte. Of course, we will do our very best to offer jobs immediately, but there's a queue. It's a guarantee though, because we'll do our very best. However, I cannot say that it's immediate because you have to think about it. Unless if you are like the valedictorian or like top 10, you might get like a job within that week. But do your best, I guess. Although, yeah, that's my advice. Thank you, Miss Judee, for answering my first questions. May I ask what specification for laptop ang masasuggest niyo po, or can I use a netbook? If I'm gonna be truly honest with myself, I'm gonna suggest a MacBook because I've been using my MacBook for the past 7 years and it has not failed me. However, I know that not everybody is like an Apple fan, and obviously anybody can like use any laptop. My suggestion is any laptop will do. Basta lang hindi siya like, make sure that it's functioning well. Have you noticed that may mga laptop na, my God, hindi talaga makapag-function, parang it's so laggy, yung ganon. So ganon. Look for a laptop that won't have a problem, functioning with different windows on, I'm not so sure like this regarding the specs because I'm not a techie person. But make sure that it's powerful enough that you can, do a lot of web apps and you can do like a lot of different things. And then you're not having problems even like switching gears. Maybe hopefully it won't load up like 10 seconds for each page, I guess. A laptop that works. For part-time VA jobs, how many hours in a day or week do they have to work? Is it always Mondays to Fridays? I'm asking this because I'm currently employed full-time, but also interested in becoming a VA. Most of the jobs are Mondays to Fridays. There are like maybe 90% of the clients are Mondays to Fridays. Maybe let's say it's 98%, 95% something. For part-time, it's 4 hours a day. For full-time, it's 8 hours a day. Hi, Miss Judee. I'm new here. I am a makeup artist and I don't have experience as a VA. Can I still join? Thank you. Yes, definitely. The great thing about becoming a virtual assistant is you can actually be a virtual assistant and a makeup artist. You can also be a virtual assistant and a band member. You can be a virtual assistant and a teacher. You can be a virtual assistant and be, let's say, a writer. You can be a virtual assistant and be who you want to be. And that's so cool about it, because in my end, I became like a virtual assistant and an entrepreneur. Like literally, I have so many I have so many like and yes, you can be, and you don't have to have experience for you to join the training. Oh, I'm seeing that there's somebody who said angry here. May Joy, I'm so sorry that I made you angry. I'm just being very frank with my answers because I don't want to waste anybody's time. I hope you understand that and respect that. Another question, Miss Judee, do we have KPIs during training that we can have like a guide to follow? The key here for me, it's really just to be present and to submit the work. Be present, submit the work, participate in the activities. I guess that's it. Yeah. For part-time job, how many hours usually per day, and is there weekend schedule? Thank you, Miss Judee. Rarely do we have clients who want weekend schedule, because we're always going to base on the clients. We are not going to be like insisting on clients now, you know, we can only do weekends. We actually have to wait on, let's say, a client's decision to have like a weekend schedule. But let's say, for instance, you prefer a weekend schedule. You just have to indicate that. You might have a more difficult time getting a client because as I was saying, 95% of clients prefer a weekday schedule. So, however, if this is really something that is a non-negotiable for you, that's fine. At least when we have a client who prefers to have like a weekend schedule, we will then profile you. And as I answered earlier, part-time is 4 hours a day. Regarding on the agreement, how much will we pay for the 5-day client something? Regarding, okay, what do you mean? Is it like the trial? So for example, let's say you are already profiled to a client. We give the clients a trial. So it means that the clients are not yet paying us. However, Virtualasting pays you for the trial work. So you don't have to worry about that. Hi po, Miss Judee. Can I resubmit my answers at training agreement? Yes. Yes, you can. If you still have the link, yes, you can. Mm-hmm. Is this recorded? I was 30 minutes late. Yes. You can just look at all the previous streaming videos on our YouTube channel and also our Facebook page. Is it possible for us to be offered 2 part-time jobs if, let's say, we are qualified for both openings? Thank you. Yes, it is possible to be given 2 part-time jobs. However, we would much prefer to give you 1 client at a time. And we have to assess, and you also have to tell us like, hey, you know, I'm already used to like this load, I can add more. So I guess 1 at a time. We won't like give you 2 clients at the same time because we want to make sure that you are used to it, and so you won't run the risk of losing both clients. After the training, is there some kind of interview or hiring process? Yes. Actually, a part of the training is we're going to be creating your portfolio. And within that portfolio, it's not just like this wonderful website that has your work and stuff. We will also interview you. Our HR team will interview you. And after that, it's recorded, of course, and we're going to embed it to the portfolio. And that's the portfolio that we show the clients. Now, let's say, for example, a client comes in and they would say, I'm looking for a social media manager and somebody who will help me with my Instagram and my Pinterest, something like that. And then we see that the best options for this client, especially with the schedule, with the personality of the client, and the kind of work that they're looking for, and they see that, hey, G Cruz is a good match. So we actually match around 5 people per client. And this client will then look at the portfolios. And when they look at the portfolios and they see, oh, I like this person or I don't like this person. So they will tell us who they want to interview ultimately. And after that, let's say, for example, they choose around 4 people to interview. They didn't want the other one, or they interview everybody. After the interviews, they will choose 2 people to go on trial with, and then we start the trial. The trial, by the way, is paid, so you are going to get a salary you're not going to pay us, you're going to get a salary for the trial, and it's actually given by Virtual Lasting. For that salary, the clients are still not committing financially at that time. And after the trial, they will choose 1 person after that trial. So let's say, for example, you don't get picked, then you will be profiled to another client, you'll get another trial, and then that's the whole cycle. You just have to really do your very best. Usually there are also a lot of clients who trial 2 people and then they're really just planning to hire one person, and then they would tell themselves, I really like them, so I'm just going to hire both. So that's the best case scenario. The other scenario would be is that you don't get chosen, but then it's not really a problem because we're going to still help you look for a client. I guess that's so much better than going at it by yourself on Upwork or all these other platforms and nobody's really interested in you, especially if you don't have experience. So in our end, we do a lot to really get you clients, not just teach you. Hi, Miss Judee. Okay lang po ba na postpaid plan lang yung internet ko kaya po data lang gamit ko? Kailangan po ba na DSL or fiber ang internet connection? I would really advise that. Like, for example, if you're already like working for a client, what do you mean postpaid? Is that like your mobile phone? Because I don't think that it will suffice if you're going to be like creating these websites, creating like videos, uploading videos and stuff like that. These are very heavy, heavy functions, heavy stuff to do. So you might have a hard time. I'm not going to stop you, but then try it and see if it works. I know that it's ECQ at that time, and at this time, and I'm not sure about like PLDT and Globe being so reliable right now, but I guess I won't stop you if you want to do that, but then I hope that it works. But if it doesn't, you might have to like, sign up for a DSL or fiber plan. Miss Judee, this trial period on the agreement, is this the 5-day paid work? Yes. Trial is paid work already. We are not expecting you to render free service to clients. I am abroad. Will I still be qualified at least for a non-voice job? Yes, as long as, of course, you are, willing to work. Where can we find the training agreement? I'm not so sure if it was already submitted because I'm seeing a lot of people talking about the training agreement. Was it sent? Where was it sent? Can you tell me, Charlene? Can you just voice out? Huh? Wait lang. Huh? Charlene?
Hello po. ang ating pong training agreement ay
Yes.
nasa Slack na at nasa Facebook group na po. So kung nasa Facebook group na kayo at nasa Slack na rin kayo, ma-access nyo na po yung training agreement.
Okay. Was it sent by Joy or was it sent by you?
Sinend po sa akin ni Miss Joy, then sinend ko po sa Slack and sa group.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Good job. So that's the reason why they were asking. That's actually really good because I was so concerned that the sign up process tomorrow will take some time. But if you've already done the training agreement, then you can breeze through like the sign up process tomorrow really easily. Okay, so it's now in Slack and it was also now in Facebook. Can we still accept clients outside virtual lasting for part-time? Yes. Yeah. Let's say, for example, you accept a client for full-time and you will no longer be available for a client, then that would be the time that we will ask you to pay for the training. But you know what? That's not a problem. I don't see that as something that's bad because imagine that we have invested on your training in advance. So I guess you could say that it's like a study now, pay later program. So what's not to love? If, for example, you've picked up something in virtual lasting and you could take it somewhere else and you would rather work there, then we will charge you at that time. But I don't think that that's something to be like huffing and puffing about because a lot of other trainings at this magnitude are valued way more, like around 20,000 and above, because this is a very intensive training. And I don't think that you will find something like this out there. Is Skype account a requirement po, especially if we have interview ng client? Currently outside the country po kasi, Skype is not good po. Can it be done po via Zoom or other app? We only use Zoom. We don't use Skype anymore because we used to use Skype like, I think around 3 years ago, and I am super annoyed with Skype. It's so laggy and it's so clunky. So don't worry about it. We will use Zoom for the interviews. How much is the rate per hour? We pay here at $3 per hour plus HMO. Next question. Can you give us more information on how much can we possibly earn once we get hired? Any estimate, lowest to highest offer? It's standard $3 per hour plus HMO. Unless, of course, if you will be hired, like we have a client who has partnered with us to get like for what's this for copywriting. I believe that the rate is way higher, but I don't want to like overpromise. So our standard here is $3 per hour plus HMO. Kamusta na po yung batch 1 and batch 2? Are they working now? I mean, are they all working at this time? A lot of them are already working. Some of them are not because they, let's say, for example, they're not yet available for a particular, let's say, meron kasing mga maarte din for the schedule. Like they would rather pass on it for like another client. But for those who are not yet working right now, a lot of them are already like, a lot of them are already like on trial. And also, I guess, I believe that all of them already are profiled for a particular client. They're still like being, they're still learning some stuff, but they're already profiled. That's the reason why we opened batch 3, because there's a huge demand for our VAs. And I think we won't have other VAs now because this particular client wants to hire around like 70% of batch 2. Hello, Miss Judee. Question po, strict po ba tayo sa attendance and compliance of activities for each lesson? Prerequisite po ba to bago makakuha ng certificate? Yes. We don't give certificates for people who don't complete the training, and completing the training means that you submit all the activities for each lesson and the profile, and also get interviewed. What else? Like, do all the activities. If you don't complete it, then you won't get a certificate. When does HMO coverage po? Is it on day one? Thank you. It does not start on day one because we want to make sure that we're not wasting our money on people who will not stick to the job. So we will start it on month 3. I think the 90th day. If we get hired and worked for more than a year and decided to stop, is it required na rin po ba to pay 10K? No. Hi, Miss Judy. Another question po. May instances na po ba na may nangyari na yung employee gusto na kunin ng client na mag-work outside the virtual agency? Yes, actually before, we've had clients who poach our VAs, but it has not happened recently. It has happened like probably more than 5 years ago. But makarma na lang sila. Di ba po 15 days training po ito? Kailan po ang 5-day client? After 15 days po ba or included na po siya sa training? That's gonna be after. The 15 days is literally just for training. Pwede po ba Tagalog dito? I wish to work as a data encoder or data entry. Thank you. Yes, you can speak in Tagalog. I'm just speaking in English because I don't know how to speak in Tagalog that well. Although I was born there in Manila, but I was raised in Cebu, I'm much better speaking in Bisaya. When will be batch 4 training? Hopefully I can join. There's no batch 4 training. I will be launching our platform for public, and there won't be any guidance anymore. It's just going to be self-study. We're just really doing the batch 3 because we have a huge demand for a lot of our joint ventures with our different clients. So it's a client obligation. We want to make sure, of course, that obviously we have the option to provide the jobs to people who are already tenured, but then we want to impact other people, especially the people who are having a hard time landing clients online, and we want to help. But batch 4 is a stretch. I am not interested to do another batch anymore. It's been tiring. I am managing so many businesses, so this is really asking too much for me. So no batch 4. Is HMO offered only to full-time employees? Thank you. No, even part-time employees. Does this have a lock-in period or this is lifetime? For example, I work for a client for about a year, then I leave to study for a board exam. Do I have to pay something or can I still go back after board reviews? Yes, you don't have to worry about it. It's like this, Kay. I'm really sensing that you're so worried about the 10K. I guess I would say that we do that because we don't like to be maliciously taken advantage of. If we see that you are sincere with what you're doing and you're just living your life, it's not like we're going to be Nazis and we're going to say, you have to pay 10K, right? So it's not like that. We just don't want to be taken advantage of because there's so many people who are also, takers but not givers. We're already giving out so much. And then we're just not interested to work with people who are take, and nothing to give back, right? I think we deserve that because we give so much. But you don't have to worry about it. There has been, Joy, our HR manager, she started with me working in my company around, I think, 6 years ago or 7 years ago. And she was studying at that time. And there came a time that she really could not become like a VA anymore. I think she was working for me for more than a year at that point, and then she couldn't be a VA anymore. And because she was very busy with I think her board exams and her internship. But then afterwards, she came back, and especially now that she's already a licensed what's that? Psychometrics. What was that? Ano yan? Yung
Psychometrician, miss.
Psychometrician. She's already a licensed psychometrician. So all the more, that it benefits our company, right? So we're not that antagonistic. In fact, one of my beloved e-commerce assistants here and my photographer, she's currently studying for her architecture board exam. So she's on like an extended leave and she can always come back when she wants. She's very much welcome. Another question, Miss Judee, for the trial period, is there a required or minimum number of hours that we need to render? Are we going to work on an actual case or request by the client? Thanks. You'll already be working for a client on a trial. It's not like a trial lang. It's actually going to be parang you're going to work actually for a client. And since our minimum plan for our clients is 4 hours a day. So yes, the minimum is 20 hours in a week ang trial. Coach Judee, if I answered no to all questions related to painting, will that affect my training slot? I'm very interested though. Thanks. Yes, because it means that you are not interested to join our training. But you can, if you really are interested though, you can resubmit it and say yes. My schedule po ba na 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. na non-voice? Thank you. Yes, actually. That's usually for clients who are in California. And there's a lot of clients from there. Last live po, Miss Judee, na-mention mo po na tuturuan nyo din kami ng WordPress. Paano po yung domain? Kailangan po ba kami ang gumawa ng domain? I mean, di po ba binibili po ang domain? Alam mo, I love you so much. Like literally, do you know that for all of my trainees, and I have had hundreds of trainees, we buy the domain and we provide the hosting package. So, can you imagine? We give you the free training, tapos yung domain sa amin pa, tapos yung hosting pa. Kasi, the reason for this is I am aware that a lot of people, they're already joining a free training and a lot of them are not able to like buy a domain immediately. That might be a burden. And I don't want it to be like a stumbling block for some people to not be able to continue with the training. So that's why we provide the domain and the hosting. We will just give you the access na lang to like the WordPress. Yung 5-day trial po, may option po full-time or part-time. Yes, if for example, gusto mo talaga na full-time yung client mo, ayaw mo ng mga part-time client, just indicate yung preference mo. Of course, the rule of thumb is if magiging choosy ka and let's say you're really not open to like all of the jobs, then it's going to affect, your chances of getting hired. I'm not saying that we're going to stop you, but you're going to be filtered out. So yung term na the more chances, the more entries, the more chances of winning. Yung parang raffle lang. Yeah. What else? Is it okay for you to hire me if in case get hired? Since I already have a full-time job from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Manila and apply to you or your clients as full-time, still maybe from 3 p.m. to 11 or a schedule before 6 a.m. Thank you, Judee Rallos. You know what? That concerns me because what if kaya mo ba or hindi? I would probably be okay if we first try out that you will do part-time. And then that's how we will see if kakayahin mo yung parang another load na maging total na full-time. Kasi baka hindi ka na makasurvive, we really also believe that work-life balance, it's so important. You shouldn't also like overtax yourself because you might get sick. Do you accept college undergraduate or high school graduates? Yes, I actually did not graduate college, so I am not somebody who will judge against undergraduates because it would mean like I'm also judging myself. So that's not a problem as long as you're of legal age and you display your willingness to work. I don't even care if you graduated high school. No questions. Okay. Ma'am Judee, may pag-asa pa kaya yung mga newbie? I've been applying for 2 weeks now. Dalawa lang sila nag-reply. Nung nalaman po na walang experience, hindi na po nag-reply. Nawawala na po ako ng pag-asa. That's it. I hope the people here understand how valuable this training is, because I'm going to be frank with you guys. Previously, before I did this training, I did not accept anybody who did not have 2 years experience, at least. In fact, the people we mostly consider for jobs are people who have 4 to 10 years of experience. And that's a reality, because it's like this. There's so many people who are experienced, so why should we hire people who don't have experience? So I hope you understand how valuable this training is. I know that so many people are like, isn't it unfair that you're asking for 10K if, for example, hindi kami mag-work sa inyo? No, it's not unfair, because we're going to train you and we're going to make sure that you have a client. And for us, that's a tall order. And I think it would be fair if we're not taken advantage of. So let's go back to that question, which is, I know that it's such a struggle for so many people to get clients, and that's why we're going to do our very best to train you so that whatever happens, you will get a client. Because do you know why? Our clients trust us. They're actually hiring the agency, so they don't care if you don't have experience, because they already know that these people have passed through our standards. So that's how this is going on. And also, they're aware that you have already gone through a really tough training. But outside of that, I cannot really, it's really such a suntok sa buwan to apply for a home-based job when you don't have experience, because that's been my experience. I've been scammed so many times when I was a newbie, and not until I got my first legitimate client and got so many referrals was I able to kick things off. That's just how the world works, I guess, in the freelancing industry. And I hope you understand why we have a training agreement. What else? Wala na? May binabagsak po kayo sa training or may required grade to pass the training? Actually, you know what? We don't really bagsak people. Pero automatic ka na mabagsak if, for example, hindi ka na babalik. Yung mag-awol ka sa training or mag-ghost ka sa training, yun. Pero if hindi ka mag-ghost, kahit pangit pa ang magawa mo, basta nag-try ka lang, okay lang talaga, kasi what we are more interested with to see is how you will show up if you have that willingness and that persistence to really, do the tasks, learn, yun. We're not going to fail you at all. If ever employed, can I enroll a dependent on HMO? How many dependents is allowed? You can enroll your dependents, but it is your expense, and you can add as many dependents as you can, but you'll have to pay for it. Next question. Hi, newbie here for first timer. Do we have to work 4 hours straight, or it can be done staggered as long as you complete the required 4 hours a day? We prefer 4 hours straight because it is, I explained this earlier, and I don't believe in staggered hours that much, because as somebody who manages so many people, I see people fail when they think that their hours are flexible, and then they actually don't get a lot of things done. So we actually require people to render straight hours. Of course, there are break schedules, but We won't, the good thing though is we won't force you to a schedule that you are not comfortable with. So all you really need to do is to indicate your preferred schedule, and then that's the time that you work. If that's something that you really cannot commit to and you would prefer to like do flexible schedule, this may not be for you. What does your onboarding and ongoing training program look like? What ongoing support do you offer? What custom branding opportunities are available with your platform? What security options do you offer? I'm so confused. I'm so confused with your question, but what do you mean, Kenny? Onboarding and ongoing training program look like? Okay, so you're gonna see the ongoing training program when we send you the platform. We will be cascading that by tomorrow. Regarding onboarding, that's already all on there on Virtual Assistant University. Ongoing support that we offer. So first is we will train you. We will coach you to make sure that you get clients. We then give you clients. And then after you get clients, we will guide you through making sure that your clients are happy. And we will even coach your clients to be good to you. That's how hand holding we are. Security options. What is this? Security guard? Well, let's say, I don't know, at the top of my head, I'm just going to say this. I don't believe that there's such a thing as job security, like tenure or something, because especially that this is a freelancing agency. I mean, this is a freelancing world. There really are no guarantees. However, you can improve your chances of job security when you do your best. And when we see that you're doing your best, let's say, for example, your client goes bankrupt, but we could really see that it wasn't like you weren't contributing to that bankruptcy, you weren't delinquent, you weren't, giving them a lot of headache. We will definitely give you another client, and that would not be a problem. We will just line you up. Since there's no more batch 4 training, are you offering paid training so I can qualify as VA and apply, since I really don't have an experience? I'm really interested to work in your company. As I was saying, the batch 3 that is going to start on June is free. Batch 4, yes, it's going to be a paid training. I'm still trying to decide though how much we will start charging for it. It could be cheap, it could be a little pricey. Maybe we will charge for, maybe we will charge for the entire program. Maybe we will charge for each course. I'm not yet sure, but definitely we will be monetizing it. But I will do my very best not to make it, super expensive, because I'm aware that there's so many expensive platforms out there, and I really want to be able to help, because my business is doing good. This is just an add-on, but of course, we deserve to be paid for it in some way eventually, because I'm deploying so many employees to help me out with it. So at least to help out with salaries and all that. If you want to join the training, either paid or for free, if you want to join the free training, then make sure to show up on June 1. After like a month, because of course this is going to be like 3 weeks and more of a training. Maybe after a month, maybe in July, the entry for the website won't be free anymore. No more questions? Wow, thank you so much, Miss Judee. Really love po sana regarding sa domain, kasi yes po, napakamahal po ng domain and hosting. Super love it po. My question po kasi I was a BPO agent, wala po akong experience sa non-voice kasi, and hindi po ka ganon kabilis mag-type. Is it okay lang po ba? Yes, don't worry. we're not like chat support here or yung meron talagang mga average handling time na nalalaman. You know what? It's actually a pretty, once you know the skills, it's actually a pretty chill job. And if you just learn the skills that we will teach, you'll be able to get through it. Paano po yung contract once clients hire us? Is it me to client contract or me to virtual lasting? Are we allowed to discuss salary rate to client? Virtual lasting is a virtual assistant agency. The clients are not your clients. The clients are our clients. And we decide to give you the clients. And your contract is with virtual lasting. It's not with the clients. So you're not allowed to discuss the rate to the client, but we will give you an offer. What if po we are interested with the training, but we are not 100% sure with employment with virtual lasting, since I'm also employed? Would it affect my slot for training? Yes, don't join the training if you're not yet sure. Maybe you can join the training when it's already a paid training. And I think that's fair. Hi, Miss Judee. If ever we get hired after the training, are there pre-employment documents we need to submit like in a regular company? Thanks po. Mostly the pre-employment requirements that we would ask for is your bank details and your IDs, but not really like mga grabe na mga police clearance or whatever. IDs and your bank details. Yeah. Okay lang po ba malate sa pag-submit ng mga activities sa training po? Kasi may full-time work po ako and sa recorded videos na lang po ako nakakanood sometimes. Yeah, that's okay. Here's the thing. You will not be able to get to the next. It's like this, huh? With virtual assistant training your university, when you go into the platform, you start on day one and then you complete the tasks before you're able to start with day two. So yes, you can actually submit it at your own time, but then you'll have to finish it before you can go to day two. Hi, Ms. Judee. May increase din po ba sa salary if 6 months employed in virtual lasting? That is up for discussion. Also, we could negotiate that with your client, but I won't give any guarantees. Aside from regular per hour salary and HMO after hired, are we also entitled to incentives and bonuses mostly if initiated by a client? Yes. If yes, how are we able to know? Is that in the job offer? You know what? Hindi ko pinagdadamot ang mga bonuses from your clients. In fact, I give it in full. We don't really get something out of it. And your clients can then usually clients will reach out to us and say, we want to give like $200 to this DA. So we will just send it to you. That's simple. And in my end, hindi naman ako naghihirap, so I will not make damot with your bonuses. Hello, Miss Judee. Same po ng training yung sa playlist sa YouTube channel nyo. Yes, it's the same, but I guess the different thing is that you're going to be guided. You're going to have some guidance from us. And let's say, for example, if you're struggling on stuff, there's going to be somebody who will be like on guard to coach you every day. Miss Judee, may sked po ba na 6 p.m. to 10 a.m.? Mga ganun po. Is that about the work? Because if, for example, sa work yun and not on the training, yes, meron naman, but yeah, meron actually. But as I was saying, if you're going to limit yourself on those schedules, you'll have lesser chances to get immediately hired. But then if we do have clients who are that, then we're going to profile you. Is a $3 per hour base pay apply for the trial job, or even if we get hired by a client, it's possible to get higher pay as a VA? Yes, there is a possibility to get a higher pay as a VA if you present yourself as somebody who is truly valuable to the client, but it's not something that we require from the client. So if it's not something that you are interested in, then maybe you can go elsewhere. Hi, with regards to HMO, would you know if our siblings above 18 years old can be enrolled as a dependent? Yes. Meron po ba trainee na na-reject na maraming beses? Meron actually, pero we're still doing our very best to help that person. Also, I've tried na because na-reject, so hinire ko na lang, so part na siya ng team ko. So yun. Question. Thank you, Judee, for answering my question. Okay, I will apply as part-time instead. I'm done with the training and understood it very well. Hopefully to join the ranks soon. Last question. Do we have contract agreement here and option to have HMO to my family members as well? Thank you. Yes, you can actually sign up your family members to the HMO. That's not going to be a problem. But as I was saying, it's to your expense. Just send us the names, the birth dates, and details. Then we'll sign them up for you and do salary deduction. Do we have a 13th month pay and paid leaves in case naka 6 months na sa virtual lasting? There's no 13th month here and paid leaves. You're an independent contractor. You're not really like an employee. Although there are clients who give bonuses, clients who give ayuda at this time, clients who, give gifts. And I guess what virtual lasting does, although personally, I give gifts to people during Christmas and we have raffle and stuff like that. But we don't give 13th month because you're an independent contractor. Next question. Can we still edit our portfolio after siya magawa? Yes, you can always update it because you have access to WordPress. Your portfolio will be made via WordPress and you have the login, so you'll be able to do that. If the client hires us for social media manager post, then the client requests me for video editing. Do I need to ask for extra pay for that? Just asking. You're hired as virtual assistants. So a virtual assistant pretty much will do like whatever is asked for. If it's within your hours, then that's it. If, for example, mag-beyond na sa hours mo, then that would be the time that you will inform us that your client is requesting for overtime for you, and then we can invoice them for those hours. Any other questions? Coach Judee, are we going to handle the tax issues ourselves? Yes, you'll have to do that because you are independent contractors. You just go to BIR. They already have BIR is just across our building, and they already have a classification and some forms for virtual assistants. So you just have to ask for help that way. Also, that includes your SSS, your pag-ibig contributions, and your PhilHealth. You'll have to do that by yourself. And I believe that you can do that online. Next question. Meron po ba kaming mga software na kailangang i-download and provided nyo din po ba yung mga software na yun like po ng WordPress, Photoshop, mga ganon? Yes, for WordPress, as I was saying, we're going to provide the hosting for it. So we pay for it. We give you free access to it so that you don't have to pay for it. We will not ask you to use Photoshop because usually for our graphic design stuff, a lot of the stuff are already done on Canva, and Canva is pretty much free. Do you have other benefits like SSS and PhilHealth? No. You have VAs who have a salary rate higher than $3 per hour. Thank you. Yes, these people have been like on a better tenure with us. So they have a higher rate. But I don't want to overpromise. I know that I may sound harsh, but I've been an employer for quite some time, and I do not want people to like backbite me to say, she promised the world and she's because I have yet to see your potential. If I see that I like you, maybe you'll get a higher raise. If not, then you won't. But yes, there are. However, I don't want to quote you on that. So that's why we only say $3 per hour. So we don't want to overpromise. What about payout date? Is it weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly? Also, are you going to deduct the 10K training fee once we get hired and start working? Okay, that's a good thing. First and foremost, I want to make it clear. If you're going to work with us, then we're not going to charge you the 10,000 training fee. We will not charge you at all. We will only go after you if after the training, you will go ghost on us. Maybe we will send you a demand letter to pay for the 10,000 if we will not hear from you anymore. But if you will be working for us, definitely you will not have to pay for that at all, okay? About the pay dates, we pay every 15th and 30th of the month. Another question, can we do more than 8 hours of work? And do you have clients who give incentives? Yes, there are clients who give incentives, but I'm not going to say that it's all. So I can't really complain about that because, however, if you want to be the kind of person who is given benefits, given like incentives, make sure to provide a lot of value. Make sure to be the kind of VA who makes their business like more prosperous. And can we do more than 8 hours of work? It depends. We'll have to really see how you go with the 4 hours, the 8 hours, or let's say the 8 hours, because you can always like start with 8 hours. Then if it's really something that we are able to identify now, you know what, G is like still alive after 8 hours and not like, because you know what, I know that there are people here who are workaholics. I personally, to be truly honest, I'm very lazy and I only require myself to work 4 hours a day. But sometimes I work 16 hours, okay? And I understand that because I used to work for 16 hours to 20 hours a day. Nagsawa na lang ako. But we will have to identify at 8 hours if you're still able to, do it well. If your client is satisfied, then we'll maybe give you another 4 hours. Are there other questions? Next question. Okay. Regarding, merong question dito. Ito, I think ito. Regarding HMO, pwede po kasama ang parent na 70 years old above. Actually, mahirap na yan. My mom is 60 plus and I won't be able to add her because, the HMO and like insurance policies are super expensive for old people. So we won't be able to do that. Yeah. Same lang po ba ito sa VA bootcamp? I'm not aware about VA bootcamp. So I don't know. Miss Judee, I have another question. If ever we are part-timer in virtual lasting, can we still have another client outside as long as it's not conflict? Yes, definitely. You know what? You just have to inform us and, so that you can like manage it. But yeah, but we would appreciate that you will inform us so that we will not give you a client who will be in conflict. Sorry, I had some problem with my internet. What was the answer to this? I forgot. What was your question? Maybe you can just play back later. Yung 8 hours po, literal na 8 hours po or bale 9 hours po kasama ang 1 hour lunch. 1 hour lunch is not paid. It's only 8 hours that's paid. Well, okay. it's not naman super strict, guys. Like, for example, kung gusto mo mag 2 hours na lunch, okay lang din yun. Basta, that's my advice. Okay, that's my advice because I've done this for quite some time, and I have not just done it by myself, but I have seen people work. And when you are, I guess in our end, we try to help people manage themselves so that they're more successful with doing this, because if we just give all the freedoms in the world, human nature will cause people to, let's say, be flexible, but actually just watching Netflix and sleeping. And that's not going to help you in your success. That's why we would want you to have like a straight shift. However, let's say you can definitely have break schedules, you know, but break schedules are not paid. The paid hours are the ones that you're working, and there's productivity. You also employ, we do time doctor. Ma'am Judee, last question po. After po ba ng training sa June 1, sasabihin nyo po agad sino i-hire nyo? Thank you so much. Hindi agad-agad, like, sometimes we already have an idea who we hire immediately. And so immediately i-interview na sa mga client. But as I was saying earlier, it's not a guarantee for everybody to immediately have jobs. It would depend in your availability. It would also depend on where you are good at. It also depends on if maarte ba kayo sa mga job description ng mga client. And most of all, we prioritize like the top 10, like, because literally they deserve it. But I'm not saying, let's say you're top 500, I'm not saying that we're not going to give you jobs. It's just that they get first dibs. But then of course you also like you also like are queued for that. Miss Judee, ask ko lang po, if ever we're working with the clients, are we going to talk to them through email, Skype, or Zoom most of the time? Okay. Clients have different dynamics. Some clients prefer Skype. Some clients just want to communicate via email. Some clients want to have a Zoom call every day or every week or every month. I personally, kasi tamad ako na tao, I don't like to have so many meetings. So I usually just chat on Facebook Messenger and Slack. But it really depends on your clients. Usually kasi it depends on somebody's business style and management style. So it's not something that I can dictate, but I do have some suggestions for clients because they're also in some way educated and trained by us and coached by us. As a training module will help and equip me land as a job as a real estate virtual assistant. Is there a Riva job offer also? Yes, actually, okay. Although I'm gonna say this, real estate right now, especially in the time of Corona, is like not a good industry. I'm not saying that, like, I'm not here to like deter you, because we do teach that in our module. We have a module for real estate virtual assistants. However, if you're going to limit yourself to just a real estate virtual assistant job, you might have a hard time because the financial markets right now are failing, and real estate is something that's having like an ongoing slump right now. I personally have a lot of real estate investments, and I'm not gonna deny that I'm worried. So I can imagine like how difficult it is, and I'm always like keeping abreast with current events, especially with financial markets. Real estate is not at its peak right now, but yes, we teach you. If I choose full-time straight 8 hours, is it strict not to leave the work for some time? I mean, I have a 6-month-old, so sometimes I need to attend to, even though my mom is also here to look after him. You know what? It's not like a call center job wherein, you're going to like somebody's going to look at your workstation. So yes, actually that's fine, as long as you keep, maybe you can put the crib beside you while you're working. That's okay. And then you can attend to that. So you can pause the hours. That's fine. It's not like this is, like a communist regime. Remember this, guys, it's still home-based. It still pretty much gives you a lot of flexibility. What we just suggest is for you to have like a more structured schedule than a flexible one, so that you will have more success in it. But it's not like you cannot go up to pee, you cannot go up to like get a snack or whatever. I snack all the time, my God. Do you use Time Doctor or any app to record your VA's work? Yes, we use Time Doctor. Hello, Paul. What would you suggest us to do while still in queue for a job? What we would suggest for you is to practice, and you can, even if you start applying, that's fine with us. Anyway, for example, if you get a job and let's say you won't be available to work for us, you can just pay the training fee, and we will even provide you like staggered payments for it. Just do 5 every month. That's fine, right? But you know what? If you will, let's say, if you really just want to wait it out, we actually have a lot of trainings in between until you get a job. We have daily classes on language and coaching and prospecting and copywriting. So there's a lot to do. May screen share po ba para makita ni client ang ginagawa ni VA? Yes, we're using Time Doctor. So there are screenshots in Time Doctor. What niche is highly needed for VAs right now? I'm seeing that there are a lot of clients who want to boost their personal brand. And I'm seeing a lot of clients really focusing on strengthening their social media, strengthening their YouTube presence, strengthening like their Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and so more on that. And like maybe they want to build a blog and a vlog, something like that. So I'm seeing so many people also branding themselves where they are good at, and a lot of emerging coaches of all sorts. I have 2 part-time jobs at the moment. Is it okay to join? And I sure that I can accept that part-time job you'll be offering after this training. Yes, that's okay. What are the available positions that you're offering? Okay, right now, we have a specific client who's looking for a lot of writers, like copywriters. And we're also going to be like actively ongoing ito ha, like even if finish na ang hiring sa batch 2 nito, we're still gonna be hiring from batch 3, and it's an ongoing partnership, and we're like, we have huge plans for this. So on an ongoing basis is prospecting and like copywriting. Also, there's a lot of demand for social media managers, for data mining, for like assisting clients with their videos and funnels. What if you're hired after the 15-day training, still want to take the copywriting and other trainings? Yes, you know what? The people who have big, let's say, yes, that has happened in our, like in the last batches, they've already been working with a client, and then they still want to join the copywriting training and the prospecting training. So yeah, they still join. It's okay. Because you know what? Even when you're working with your client, we really encourage people to keep learning. You know why? Because in the VA industry, you will not really prosper if you stop learning. Ako mismo ha, guys, I'm still always learning. Like, I'm just setting up the stuff this week, but next week I have some training and courses that I purchased, and I will be learning those. And I also am learning a new platform, so that because I'm designing a particular website and it's a platform that I'm not used to, so I'm learning that as well. May I ask po minimum work hours per week for a part-time? 20 hours. Kailangan po ba namin magkaroon ng backup plan if ever may blackout or connection problem as a requirement? Ako no, it's like this. I'm not gonna say it's a requirement. However, if you want to be a success in this job, I'm gonna tell you this. I have 2 internet connections here. I have a Globe 50 Mbps. I have a PLDT na 100 Mbps. And I'm not saying that you're gonna get that because I'm paranoid. Of course, I'm running a business. I'm running a couple of businesses. And then, whatever happens, imagine I'm living in a building that has backup generators. So we have a very slim chance that we won't have internet. I've not had an occasion that I did not have internet during this ECQ, and I'm so lucky to be there. However, I know that not everybody has that, but I always have a backup, and I have a PLDT na like that prepaid Wi-Fi, and I also have a Globe prepaid Wi-Fi. I'm that paranoid, and so I always have money on my coins.ph account, my Gcash account, and my PayMaya account. So whatever happens, I can just send load to my broadband card, and that also serves like my thing. Also, like for example, when I'm traveling, even if I check that the hotels have internet, you can never be so sure, and so I always bring my prepaid Wi-Fi, and whatever happens, my phone can also serve as a hotspot. So whatever happens, I can connect my phone as a hotspot. But what if wala akong cell phone? You know what I'm gonna do? I will literally run to a coffee shop and work there, or run to like a hotel lobby that has internet to work there. So you can tell from the way that I talk to you that I am serious in working. Like if you're serious, also make sure that there's nothing that can deter you, because we live in a day and age that internet is already something that we all enjoy. It's not something like before na dial up, tapos if may maglandline, mawala, or yung mga load na card. It's no longer like that. We're so lucky to be in this day and age. So I would encourage you. I'm not going to say it's a requirement, but I would encourage you, because then you're going to have problems, and then you're going to have attendance issues, and then your client might be turned off, and they might choose like they might tell us to replace you, and we will have to if ever that happens. Is there any virtual assistant jobs associated with bookkeeping or any accounting field? Thanks. Okay. Yes, there are clients who are looking for bookkeepers, but I can't say that it's the majority. Like probably around 5% of our clients. Miss Judee, after training, pwede rin po ba apply sa virtual? Yes. That's the reason why we're training people, because we're interested to hire you. How about full-time? What are the minimum working hours per week? It's 40 hours a week, and that's 8 hours a day. Wala na. Okay. Wala nang questions. Alam nyo guys, I'm super ohaw na. So I'm so happy that everyone is here. Let me remind everybody again, okay? Can you take off like the question now? Charlene. Okay. So I'm so happy to see all of you. This is the last live stream. You can still win a prize if you share this live stream on your wall and different groups. We will send the announcement on the Facebook page. We're not gonna do a live anymore, but we're still gonna have an announcement, and we're still gonna give prizes. So please do that. You still have time until okay, until 8 p.m. on June 1. So like that's an hour before the training. So share this to people who need a job. Remember, if rich na kayo, marami na kayong clients, wag na kayo mag-join, okay? But if you need this, then our arms are wide open for you, okay? Please, for my reminders, please join the Facebook group, because we're really trying to figure out, and we really want to make sure that everybody is on board with stuff. I'm so sorry if we're asking you to like and subscribe on all these so many links, but it's because it's so concerning that on this live stream only 130 people are watching, and we have like 1,000 plus in our Slack group, and it really worries us that what if we're not giving out the instructions like in a greater scale. So we want to make sure that you follow these instructions. Make sure that on the Slack, you're on the Slack group. Make sure that you fill out the form. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel because we have live streams. Make sure you follow the Facebook group. Make sure you follow my page so that at least hindi talaga kayo mag-miss out ng mga announcements. And another thing, make sure that you watch out, because we're going to be having an important announcement regarding your how to enter the Virtual Assistant University by tomorrow at after 1 p.m. We're gonna do our very best to finish it because we're super crunch time right now. So so starting around afternoon tomorrow, you can already log in to at least get used to it. And then we start day 1 on Monday, 9 p.m. Okay? All right. So before we say goodbye, I'm going to make our announcement for the winners for tonight. So wala na akong budget, guys. So I only chose 2 people. I'm choosing 2 people to win 500 pesos each. Okay. Hey, by the way, Yurilin says, please make sure that the live stream to different groups is public so that we can see your post. And make sure that you transfer it to different groups and not just on your wall 100 times. Don't do that. That's also spamming. Okay. So so for the winners, we have 2 winners, and for the live stream, for the winner for the last one, we're going to give 1,000 pesos to one person. Okay? So we have 2 winners, and anong names ng winners na yun? Hannah Padilla. She wins again, so she has 500 pesos. And Christelle Perry with 17 shares. Guys, you can do it. 17 shares, 20 shares is super easy. So go ahead and share. On Monday, we have a giveaway for 1,000. Okay? Actually, ang dami ko mga items na gustong ibigay, but I'm really concerned about mga LBC, yung mga Ninja van or whatever na mga courier, because we're still on quarantine basically here in Cebu, and I'm not sure. But anyway, congrats to Hannah and Christelle. Kindly submit to Yurilin and Charlene your oh, we have a client call. I have to go now, guys, because I have a client call. So yeah, you all have a great day and you take care. Christelle and Hannah, send your GCash so that we can send the money. Bye!